Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for the third round of the ARC Formula 1 Championship, and it's, well, I titled the Sakhir GP. It's technically just Bahrain short, because it's not the same layout that Formula 1 used in real life. But I figured it'd be, you know, fancy. So you bring the different UI on screen. First person to leave looks like it was Nathan Carl was the first person to exit the pits, so we'll put the camera on him as he is already about to start his qualifying lap. You get a lot of those in here at Bahrain Short. It also means there's going to be a high chance of people's qualifying laps getting blocked because there are a lot of cars and not a lot of space. Jonathan Parker getting out of the way of the vehicles on a flying lap. I almost said running lap, and I was like, no, that's not the terminology. Nathan Carr making no hesitation. He's already out there on the soft tires. Behind him on the track was Kyler Boggs. I didn't take note of that until, well, obviously just now. And the provisional lap of the day is at 58.35. Kyler's on mediums, so he didn't get anywhere really near that yet. Next to do a lap, I think, is going to be Jackson Tate, who ran in the minute 65. And Mikey DeJong has stolen provisional pole with the 58.33. Lee Kelly with the 58.72, but he's on the mediums, so that's terrifying. Never mind, Liam Karag is there at the 58.20. And then AJ gets to fourth on the grid with the 58.63. Then we have Gabe, 58.66. This is just happening way too fast. I feel like I'm in an auction house. And we're right on board with Jonathan Parker, who's about to complete his own lap. Chicksgirl, despite being on an outlap, was still swerving to try and prevent Parker from getting slipstream. There's a 58.46 for Parker. It's like, I've never actually driven on this track in any F1 game, but it's like, minus, with one exception, it's all the same corners as the actual GP circuit, so I imagine it can be treated in much the same way. Donald Stern tying AJ Knickel with a 58.630. I put the cameras on Jake Scarborough as he's only a couple corners away from finishing up his pot lap. Nathan Carr ups the ante. He runs a 58.13, and he'll take back pole for the moment. Now you can probably get multiple laps on the same run because the track is so short. You will not have used up all of your ERS charge before the end of it. And on the medium tires, Jake Scarborough runs a 59.71. Stern's gonna run his second lap, but I think he was trying to charge ERS on that lap, so that wasn't very fast at all. Or might have abandoned the original lap, so he's doing it again, and he is very loose through turn 4 there. And he's still got a bit of an advantage over his previous lap, somehow. I don't know about that one, Chief. I think you might want to abandon that lap. Oh, you're down anyway, never mind. Doesn't matter. I was not given instructions on what corners to police for track limits, so I just assumed it's the second corner and the second to last corner that I should be watching. As Gabe is taking his outlap in slow motion. What am I looking at? I'm just gonna move the camera away. I don't know what I'm looking at there. Some cars have still not even left the pit yet. Jake Scarborough's improved to a... No, that's not what happened. Okay. Well, you improved, you didn't do it just now, but you did improve at some point to 59.26. Matthew Stotts ran his lap, and he ran a 58.58. I'm getting cross-eyed. 58.58 on hard, soft tires. There's too much information. I'm a lot better at looking at what's happening on the track than reading information tables. He's also just gotten a purple sector 1 on his second run. And I rhymed that and got some unexpected bars there. Purple sector 2. If the game isn't lying to me, this is gonna be a absolute stormer of a lap. I've been lied to, but he still improved to a 58.37, so it wasn't totally wrong, but he's not the fastest on the track like the game is trying to tell me he is. It's Jonathan Parker on a completely new set of soft tires. He also apparently has a purple sector. I'll believe it when I see him go pole. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you're lying to me again, game. He will reach the line. He gets to 4th, 58.234. Matthew Stotts appears to be lost. Donald Stern is about to begin his next lap. Meanwhile, Mikey DeJong has taken provisional pole away at the 58.111. Man, Donald is must be really running some unique differential settings. He is all over the road. Never mind, Lee Kelly has broken into the 57s. 57.81. That, oh boy. Nathan Carr went to pit, but Jake Scarborough was leaving as he went in, so he could just kind of sit there for a minute. Looks like Donald Stern is going to try again. Maybe this time he won't, he'll stop drifting for a moment. What I just saw was AJ Knickel, who was leaving the pits for his next lap, or laps. I think it would only be one lap. I think he's running single lap runs. Whereas most are running at least 2, so I'm getting even 3 out of their tires. Hunter Smith has yet to change his tires, so his current 59.47 was run on 5-lap old mediums. Donald's finally improving. He's finally managed to lock his car down through the earlier corners, and he's still going to abandon the lap. Well, now we'll watch AJ Knickel as he begins his lap. Definitely going over the speed limit as he heads into turn 1. I said it a little bit there out of 4, but I think everybody's been doing that, so I can't exactly... I don't know. Again, I was never given clear instructions as to, like, watch track limits here, like I had in the last 2 races, so... I mean, there's obviously a certain degree to where I see something stupid and I'll know anyway that, yeah, that's not how that works, but... What did I just see over here? I don't know what the heck that was. Oh, AJ was going for another lap, but I think, yeah, after that spin, I think you are best off just resetting. I just noticed right now Matthew Stotts and Kyler Boggs are tied with a 58.374. I think it's like determined by who had their lap first, like who gets the better starting spot between them. At some point, Jake Scarborough improved to a 58.33. He's a minute lap. I was like, what the heck is he doing? I think Parker is... No, Parker's just... I'm not exactly sure what that interaction was, to be honest. Connor Hannock is a little bit lost. You can't park there forever, you're gonna get disqualified eventually. What am I looking at here? He's letting you go. Like, I don't know what I'm looking at here. Are you trying? He's running over his tires. Guys, neither of the... What we have here is a failure to communicate. Obviously, because nobody's communicating in this party. As meanwhile, as I'm looking at whatever this is, Lee Kelly upped the ante even further. He ran a 57.69. I'm gonna have to start watching when he's running these laps because I'm starting to raise an eyebrow or two at this. At these. At some point, Jonathan Parker ran a 58.11. Here comes Nathan Carr to begin his next lap. Bar set awfully high for him to like get into this kind of qualifying battle for pole. Howard Boggs manly retiring the car. That's just ahead of here, so may actually impede on Nathan's progress. Not really. Not the best sector time from Carr. I don't think this lap's going to be the one challenging for pole. Just a hunch. Yeah, I know. But he's got like 60% ERS, so he can just try again. And we're working those gears in a way I wouldn't exactly think to do. At this point now, everybody is on soft tires, so they're all kind of putting that out there. Just about clears AJ without losing time. Or maybe he did lose time, I don't know, really I'm not sure. And his next attempt will give him a 58 flat. That's, well, it's certainly higher than he was a minute ago. Oh, hi Jackson Tate, how are you? He's trying to get out of the way of one, get ahead of the other. Yeah, traffic around here is very chaotic. What is that kind of... Nathan Carr is giving up his contest. I mean, he wouldn't have enough time to get around anyway, so... Yeah, never mind, I see why he did that. Looks like it's going to be between Liam Karag and Mikey DeJong. The two Renaults are going to have to try and dethrone this Alfa Romeo driver. Never mind. It's just down to one. And this is Mikey settled for currently fourth on the grid. Andre Jamil and the other McLaren could maybe take that away, among others, but... And, well, Eco's gonna have a bit of traffic there. No, he's got pole. He doesn't even have to finish the lap, I don't think. So I think Lee Cully has the pole pretty much locked in. Yeah, he's just going to drive it right into the... No, he's just going to swerve like an idiot. The other Alfa Romeo driver ends up 6th, and Andre ends up retiring the car. As does the other McLaren driver. Matthew Stotts pulls into the pit lane. Seems what everybody has done today. I think we have to only just wait for yeah, from soon. I think it'll end as soon as this guy. Well, he could have crossed the line, but he's got to be a smart aleck about it. Just finish the lap. Like, it ends the session. God darn it! I hate that. Retire yourself. Maybe wait another 2 minutes. Still on the track. There we go. The session is drawn to a close. Yeah, that gives an indication of the scale of this track. The entire field minus one car is within a second of pole. Just kind of waiting for the formation lap and all the other festivities to get going. From some angles, it looks like the Alfa Romeo always has wing damage. I mean, it's just stupid, probably, but... And so now it'll be down to Christian Pacheco to complete the last to first challenge, if he can. I mean, the real-life Mercedes cars could probably do it, but... I mean, it doesn't work the same in the game. I mean, we have an Alfa Romeo on pole, like, this is 1951. Naughty, naughty, Mikey. What'd he even do? Nobody else went with him, what? And now the cars are entering their grid slots. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Trying to get this camera. And the 5 red lights are lit up. And we are green for the Sakhir GP. Jackson Tate got a jump start penalty. And heading to T1, Liam Krog is going to contest for the lead as they head into the first set of corners, and he's going to actually steal it from him. Does Nathan Carr follow him through? I don't think Dev Trinity is going to be there. He's gonna... No, you're looking outside, but never mind. That's just the natural flow of the race cars. Different lines, different entrances into the corner. No, I do want that. No, I do want it. God. So Liam Karag is currently the leader at the end of the first lap. Ignore the intervals, it's going to have a bit of a dumb moment. None of that. What you're seeing isn't real. It doesn't seem like anybody is damaged yet. At least nobody is pit for damage, so that's always a good sign. Okay, yeah, now as the other cars will cross the sector lines and everything will be... Yeah, there we go. That is correct. And the only person that's really moved up the grid a lot is Gabe Cazola, has moved up 4 places already. As he's been overtaken into the last corner, I'd expect to see a pass by Travis van Oostendorp. And Gabe's gonna return the favor, and Travis is kind of forced into the sand a little bit. Too wide towards turn 1, no DRS enabled for them yet. That'll be on the next straightaway. There they are. They've now settled that, but up ahead is Hunter Smith I thought was trying to pass Jake Scarborough, but not really. We've got, I forgot his name, and Parker's just gonna back out of this anyway, so. As he about met Kyler Boggs at the Apex. Kyler Boggs very loose through there, and is now getting squeezed like a kitchen sponge by the other Alfa, and oh my lord, that is a brutal takeout from the Alfa Romeo driver. I forgot his name. That's my bad. His name is Pit Stop as far as I'm concerned. And another drive-through for Jackson Tate, as he's been caught speeding under the VSC. Jake Scarborough and Matthew Stotts are joining the Alfa Romeo driver in the pit lane. Oh, this is Cameron, huh? He changed his username? Huh. I didn't even know he was still here. So, that's the yikes. There's just been so many new drivers in the ARC Discord lately, it's hard to keep track of them all, you know? That's my excuse. Anyways, we're understandably under a safety car after I think the Racing Point driver might be dead. Yes, Fabian, I've noticed. I was literally on board with Skylar as that happened. I'm kind of using the safety car paper to actually look through the Discord and such. Alright, well, I don't know how the safety car is going to react to such short laps here. If it can, it'll... Fabian, there's not much else happening on the screen. Otherwise, I wouldn't be looking at the chat, but it's a safety car, so I feel like I have a few moments to look at it. So... yeah, allegedly according to the reaction in the Discord, Alfa Romeo is lagging, but... I didn't see that. I can alternatively bring up the stream on my phone, or tablet, whatever else. Yeah, like, there's nothing happening here, like... they're doing the speed limit and such, it's not exactly thrilling gameplay to look at, so... I wouldn't be looking at the stream if it were... you know, like when the restart happens, I wouldn't be looking at the comments on PlayStation. But like, I'm not missing anything here. Let's see if anybody gets caught not paying attention as the restart happens. Safety car will be in this lap, so it doesn't seem to be based on distance traveled. It just kind of seems to be based on, yeah, 2 laps have gone by, we can go again. Tire warming intensifies. And he's out of here. Never mind, no he's not. I thought he was, but he isn't. That's probably caused some nonsense behind him. Now he's out of here. And Lee Kelly is going to be under a lot of pressure right about now. They're going to go 3 wide into T1 between himself, De Jong, and Nathan Carr. Nathan Carr is going to benefit from that as he had the inside lane. There's a Red Bull that's hopelessly lost going out there, and I see a lot of contact. That's never going to end well. I don't know how we didn't see somebody get boa constricted into that little tire barrier there. A comfortable restart is you're always on the back foot being anywhere other than the lead on a safety car restart. It all appears to be very processional right now, so we'll bring the UI back up. McLaren's running 5.6, AJ up 5 places from his qualifying. Christian Pacheco is already into the points after starting at the back of the grid. And he's getting a good shot of Donald Stern attempting to get around Van Nistelrooy, but you're trying to do. I know you two are in there trying to do that to get me to look away, and I have my tablet now. I can just look at it from there. So now this is always scary. Too wide through those 2 corners is never fun. I think Scarborough is gonna be the winner in that contest. DRS is now available. When they hit the back straightaway, that'll be enabled. It won't be enabled here because that gets enabled after the trigger zone. Yeah, I think that was Andre Jamil trying to pass Micah De Jong. He could not get the chance. Now Jake Scarborough is going to try and get around Tim Wilson. I believe he pit during the safety car, so that is why he has to make these passes in the first place. We need a page up or page down button, Codemasters/EA next game. Please. I don't want to have to press L2 16 times to get to the leaders. Tim Wilson got back around Scarborough on the main straightaway. Lee Kelly is just using DRS. He is not even using ERS. He doesn't even care to try pass anybody right now. I don't necessarily blame him. We aren't that far into the race. It is very evenly spread as you look on the track map. This looks like a deranged bag of Skittles going around the circuit. But everybody is pretty evenly spread out. Not many are more than a second, but also not many are less than a half a second. Except for these two. Connor Herring just about ran Gabe Cazzola off the road. Now on the main straightaway, Gabe is out of ERS and probably not on rich fuel either, so he's going to get passed by Hannick as well as Stotts as we head back into T1. Gabe fighting the outside on Stotts. So he'll maintain that place and also cut Stotts off a little bit. He pulled a slide job in NASCAR. That's impressive. The top 3 are still kind of under a blanket. roughly 3/4 tenths separating each of them. Mikey DeJong and Andre Jamil still in DRS range, but neither one really close enough to actually make any kind of threat for the lead or anything like that. For Sector 3 yellow, that is Gabe Kazilla around after tangling with somebody. Based on where he was on the grid before that happened, I would have to guess it was either Stas or previously accused Cameron Lopes in the other Alfa Romeo. But I wasn't there, so I can't be certain. Because I think Scarborough has learned the hard way that whenever it comes to this league, typically speaking, track position is king. And unless you've got damaged or flat-spotted tires, you don't necessarily want to pit under safety car. Unless everybody else is already doing it because it already bends towards the strategy that everyone's going for. And Lee Kelly finally going to try and take the fight to Nathan Carr for second, but ran out of steam as we head down the straightaway. We almost went 3 wide just there. Oh my. Now Mikey DeJong is getting into it. Andre Jamil not too far away either. Eventually that resulted in Lee Kelly stealing second away. But I'm surprised people's tires weren't stolen away from that. This is all going to be a bit of a mess. And Edric Knickel is the first car that's kind of not in this lead pack. He's 2 and change seconds out. 2 seconds and change out. Man, I butchered that one. There are 5 cars under a blanket now, but 2 of them don't really have ERS. Lee Kelly does, and he's not even choosing to use it. I think he just turned down the fuel mix, no less, so he is really just keen to just kind of sit there and wait. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't try to pass here anyway. Trying to pass through that corner is almost pointless because you can just do it on the front straightaway so much easier. I'd be shocked if we didn't see some kind of challenge here. Oh yeah, that I don't even think he needs to activate the DRS for that. He's got such a huge run on him anyway. DRS should be all he needs to make that move. And there it is. Lee Kelly is now the leader. The leader. I'll show myself out. Do we see snapback from the Renault drivers? I forget how to use this menu. I don't think we do. There's a yellow in Sector 1. I don't know who that would be for. In the meantime, I've noticed Jack Nichol's been overtaken by Jonathan Parker, so either Parker started pushing or AJ made an error, because there was definitely a lot of space between him and other cars a moment ago. It was pretty evenly spread out here. I mean, Jamil's kind of losing the plot, and then these 3 are, or these 4, I can count, we're all like 4/10 apart as they hit the corner. Now this is gonna play out something like a NASCAR race from here with the DRS and ERS and slipstream chains kind of keeping everybody close together. AJ Kinnickle hasn't totally lost the plot on Parker just yet. Alright, before we start to look at the tire wear. Well, everyone has the same tires, so I don't even know why I wasted my time on that. AJ just about wrecked it through turn 7, as that would now become, I think. Let's see here. Well, Dijon was close to car, but had no ERS, so... it's close to car. If you don't have the context that it's Nathan Carr, that just sounds stupid. He's close to... he close to car. He make overtake. Ooh, Nathan just about looped it there. That was a little bit scary. Definitely cost him some time. He's not going to have any shot of making a pass there. Not that he would really take the chance anyway. I think even if he got it, but... oh, we have another problem in the back. The Alfa Romeo driver, his misery continues. I don't know, this is 4, but that's beside the point. He's spun out again coming out of turn 4. As has, I presume that would be Jackson Tate, has also spun down there, and he's retired the car. I think he hit that wall and came to a stop and just said that's enough. Meanwhile, AJ had a big run but broke conservatively. Not challenging that just yet. Actually, this lead pack we've got, it feels more like we're in, like, 2005 than in 2020. Other than the Alfa Romeo. If we just pretend that Alfa Romeo is not the Ferrari. Lee Kelly's just been managing to just not use ERS, so to be honest, he's not really under any immediate threat, even with how close the Renault driver is. Well, was. Christian Pacheco up another position. He started on the medium tires, and he's still making his way through the field relatively easy. Ah, that's terrible. Okay, there we go. We're gonna have 2x2 as they head into T1. Looks like, no, Christian Pacheco will not make the pass. Instead, he'll be under pressure from his teammate, the other Mercedes of Connor Hannock. Both have a huge run on Travis Van Oostendorp, but only one can make the maneuver. Van Oostendorp kind of squeezing Hannock a little bit off the track there, but he already lost out completely to Christian. Oh, AJ. Something you're not telling us. It is on regular for this race, and yet he's somehow the first person to get a penalty. What an unexpected twist. Now Hannock's, well, he's got it this time. There's no disputing that maneuver. As Donald Stern enters the pit lane. And, oh, we got some damage. We've got Van Oostendorp just about looping it out of turn 2. Travis being swarmed by the Mercedes cars. Okay, that was intentional. Pretty sure. Yeah, just near best interest, just wait this one out, Connor. I feel like I'm not missing much at the front of the moment, except for Mikey DeJong pitting, so... The moderator in me is more tempted to watch this to make sure that more chaos doesn't unfold. What? Okay. Not quite sure what I'm looking at here, but... Scarborough approaching Van Dusendorp, but he has no ERS to really make a move, so that's gonna have to wait a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong, because I think Van Dusendorp probably has some semblance of wing damage by the looks of it. I'm gonna go too wide here. Neither driver giving much real estate to either the opponent. But I think DRS may settle this one. As there it is. Travis was a little late, but they head into T1, and yeah, Travis is gonna... No, he's gonna go a little wide in T1. Scarborough's got a chance to snap back, and yeah, Scarborough is gonna be the beneficiary of that. We see Connor spun out there. I think that was. Yeah, Connor Hannick got loose there, and he's lost several places from that. All of the lead cars pit on that lap, which now means that Jonathan Parker has inherited the lead for, well, the time being, anyway. Christian Pacheco, on his medium tires, is going to end up going to the lead at some point. Jake Scarborough has managed to survive all of the traffic, so he will be probably P2 at the end of this lap. Provisionally, if a safety car came out right now, that would totally change the complexion of this event. It would put these two in the winner's circle. Bet yourself on hard tires. Okay. Look, he'll be going for a while. I needed a drink. I have a can of 7-Up next to me, and I'm just like, got a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, I need to get this out of here. I'm not gonna talk when it feels like I'm gonna throw up. So, and moving on, as now we see the lead cars are gonna be encountering possibly a bit of traffic. I'm not really certain. No, I think they're just encountering each other again. Lee Kelly got jumped in the pits by the Renault drivers, so Micah De Jong made the undercut work brilliantly, so now he is provisionally the leader once everything is cycled out, but it's hard to say for sure because we have those medium tire runners. But they're only like 6-7 seconds up the road. They're being caught, actually, by several people. This is gonna get real chaotic in a minute. As Jake Scarborough is kind of bottlenecking the whole field right now. He and Matthew Stotts. Tim Olsen has not managed to find a way to get by any of them. And Connor Hannick... Tires may be cooked considering he spun a minute ago. But give it about another lap or two and that pack up back there is going to end up molding into this one, assuming that they don't pit. Which Hannick may, but I don't think the other three are going to for a bit. As they're on harder compounds, they've got a little while left. While the two Renault teammates contest for provisional lead. It appears that they will, or actually more accurately, I think he's just gonna let the 73 go. 73, I'm calling it like a NASCAR race now. Yeah, they're here. We've got an 8-car pack heading down the back straightaway. Almost 9 as we see the McLaren there. This looks more like the GT Sport highlights I keep putting up on my channel. And then cross-promoting with the ARC channel. Yes, I'm the one that did those, by the way. Not that AJ gave me any credit for it. We've got a little bit of chaos in the back as Nathan Carr is trying to get around Lee Kelly. We got a big loose moment for Connor Hannick. Those soft tires no longer serving him too well. They're going to go 3 wide. No, they're not. They're going to go 2 wide, though. And Nathan Carr is spun. I don't know if he keeps it off the wall because stuff is moving around. He's out of the race. He's... Okay, great. Great perseverance for my driver there. And Tim Olson's still all over Jake Scarborough's gearbox. Matthew Stott's already having been claimed by Liam Karag. I'm going the wrong way on the leaderboards. Just a little bit of squeezing going on. Nothing really new. See what happens here as we go down to T1. A huge braking from Liam Krog is going to now spin my other driver. And afar, the punching bags of art changed my mind. That's great from a commentator's standpoint, but considering I just watched both my drivers get spun in like 3 laps time, I'm not exactly in the greatest mood. Oh, that was interesting. Andre Jamil with some superlative braking. If I'm Christian, I go in soon just to make sure that behind me doesn't become a problem later. Like, just totally avoid that mob of vehicles, because there's like 6 cars there, and with the exception of Stotts, they're all much faster than... Okay, and Tim Wilson, they're all much faster than me. Tim Wilson defending from the McLaren driver, but I think his days are certainly numbered, considering the age of those tires. A little bit of a run for Andre, and still no move made yet, but Tim Olson goes really wide there, and that is going to be the move made. Gabe Gazzola having more problems in the back. He may be going a lap down in the near future. Matthew Stotts and Tim Olson are fighting. Tim Olson seems to have pushed his fuel limit, just trying to stay relevant there. And the lead is once again given to Liam Karag. Christian not put in the greatest place to try and defend said position. Gabe Gazzola is just gonna sit there and watch traffic go by. Whoa. Tires clearly very hot, so that'll be an interesting struggle for him. There's a yellow in literally every sector of the track at the moment. As Jake Scarborough exited the pits on another set of medium tires. Donald Stern is disconnected, I think. Actually, no, did he leave? I'm not exactly sure what triggered that. At any rate, very spread out pretty evenly now throughout most of the grid. The only real battle that I see in the near future is Parker, who I guess got jumped by AJ in the pits, is now going to try and swipe that place back. Excuse me. I don't know how much longer these 2 cars can stay out on these tires for. Tim has stretched those medium tires for half the race distance. I don't really know how much longer he can feasibly make those go for. Lee Kelly is on the back door of Christian Pacheco now. He's gonna have to end this pretty quickly, though, because the leader is getting away at a rate of intensity, and we can't just sit here forever. I think Connor Hannock is, yes, he has just spun there in the fast right hands. Well, he couldn't get it done much faster than that. You know, simple moves for Lee Kelly up there in the Alfa Romeo. Mikey De Jong is now in the picture. And Don Stern's back, so that was just a random disconnect. And Christian, with no ERS activated, is basically just letting that happen. That's probably the wise choice. He kind of half-heartedly defended there, but just kind of realized maybe this isn't worth the effort. Jonathan Parker is right on AJ's gearbox. Just about as close as you can really get without spinning through these corners. As Gabe Gazzola has either wrecked the car or just retired. No, he wrecked it. What kind of... Oh, I was like, what kind of braking was that? That's a safety car. And you know who this bails out? He definitely bails out Tim. Yes. Matthew Soft just about ran into the safety car there. Interesting. Yeah, Tim Olsen just got bailed out like a jailbird right there. He pit in, and I don't think he's gonna lose any places because all of the cars behind him are doing the same. Actually, I would be surprised if anybody stayed out, although, I don't know if softs can go that far. We may see some punctures from the more aggressive drivers on the track here. I think to take a set of mediums would have been a better move, just to be safe. I was kind of hoping the safety car to come out. My back is sore. Oh, there we go. And they snap back into place like a Lego brick. Alright, well, with all of everyone still going around the track, it's hard to really keep up with what's happened. Andre and Mikey have yet to actually go in. I don't know if they will or not. They're not going in, huh? It's a surprising turn of events. I figured you'd be stupid not to go in. I guess I did say earlier in the stream that track position is kind of king in ARC, but at the same time, there does come a point where most of the field has come in. Probably you could follow suit. There's Cameron Loeb with a lapped car, and he's still just kind of there. And now everyone's bringing in the comments because they're under pit stop. That's about what I expected to see. I mean, I'm not going to repeat that on stream. I will get fired. But yes, I literally witnessed... I was on board with your car as that happened, and I was just like, wow, that was astronomically not good driving, and I was just like, well, okay then. You can pretty much just ignore the laps that are being ticked on the tires here because they're not wearing much right now. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Now, Christian and Tim are having career days right now. Christian up to 4th and Tim Olsen is up to 6th. And they started last and second from last, respectively. It apparently does not feel like telling me Donald's position change anymore after he disconnected, so that's interesting. Safety car will be going in, so I gotta hurry up and break my L2 button to get back to the top of the leaderboard. I totally didn't have to do that, I could have just done this, but here we are. What am I looking at? Up there's the leg. I mean, yeah, once we get up to speed, that's not going to be good. Donald got a 5-second penalty, as if his day wasn't already going bad enough. Wow, Mikey is out of here, dude. Holy crap. Well, it's precisely what he needed, considering the tire difference. Nope, I forgot to do this. Whoops. That camera is not helpful. Oh, Christian just rear-ended the Renault driver of Liam. This camera also not terribly helpful. I cannot see anything that is going on. That's why I don't use that. Matthew's thoughts is no. I thought he got all the way ahead of Lee Kelly. No, I didn't realize he was on his inside. But stop to think if he can keep his car clean and remain kind of relevant with those tires. Now, he's a dark horse candidate for a podium, I would say. Uh, 10-12 laps from now, his tires are going to be much faster than the leaders. Oh. Knickel and Tim Olsen too wide through the first handful of corners. A little bit of a nudge. And squeezed like a kitchen sponge. I saw the gaps and I thought there was a pass happening and I was like, really? What the heck? DRS isn't even a thing yet. Yeah, no, it was just dumb. The big not pay attention. As Liam Krog is... Wait, no, that hasn't changed. They were there before. No, wait, no, that did change. He's already ahead of these two, despite, you know, not pitting, basically. Anyway. Now that my brain's hopefully done buffering. I think that might be a disconnection, to be honest with you. Simultaneously, we have Aja Knickel passing Matthew Stotts, and right as Lee Kelly gets around a McLaren driver himself. I smell team orders on the horizon. Mikey De Jong has either been passed by or let his teammate go. And he will now try and keep the competing field behind him. Not sure what that's for. Nobody's around, so I don't exactly know what that yellow was for just now. Oh, he's not trying to hold back anything. Well, never mind. I thought Mikey was going to go for it. He's instead going to be... Christian is forced to the curb to try and make a pass, and he's instead going to be overtaken by Lee Kelly. Meanwhile, the McLarens are kind of creeping into the picture here as we fight for the lead. I think Mikey De Jong's days are numbered, though. He's got those really old mediums. He's not going to be, shall we say, the fastest car on the road right about now. doesn't help. Thank you. I didn't take the UI away. Remain too wide. We've seen this develop 100 times by this point. And Lee Kelly is now in second. How long until Christian can follow suit, we don't know. Jackinical got around his teammate. Crucially so, because AJ has 6 seconds of time penalty, so he's got to make as much of a gap between as many cars as possible. I think right now he'd be about 8th or 9th, provisionally. Assuming that those penalties are not removed for, you know, this game's interpretation of what is or isn't an extension on a corner exit, because those have been known to be completely wrong in the past, so... Christian Pacheco going to try the outside on Mikey. And that's, well, it's as clean as you'd like it, basically. God, these cameras are not helpful. Stop it! Hate it. Tim Olsen with the fastest lap of the race, but not going to be doing anybody good. What? Not going to be doing anybody any good when he's down there running 13. He's not going to get a point for that. I don't think. He certainly wouldn't in real life. Whoa, that was a lie. I think Jake like spun stops is like waiting for him to get back up there or something. I don't know why he did that. Jonathan Parker gets a pretty easy pass on Andre Jamil, and now he's going to look at the other McLaren. Never mind, he's attacked him again, but that didn't really do anything. At some point, Christian Pacheco got around the Renault driver. Matthew Stotts is retired, but he was in the pit lane, so we won't be seeing a safety car from that. Thank God. The way that braking was happening, I was concerned we were going to see her here a rear ender, but no. A rear ender, what is this, Wreckfest? I mean, no, that's Friday. Now, Parker is all up in AJ's business now. It seems like we've seen this quite a few times already. And they're both getting pretty close to Mikey DeJong due to his tire age. Dang, Donald, you can afford a PS5, but you can't afford a cable or internet that's going to allow you to stay in the race. AJ's there with De Jong, but he doesn't have much in the way of ERS. He's gonna send him on the outside, but he's gonna kind of miss. You know, a little wide to T1, so that move is not made just yet. And Mikey getting a good exit there is going to prevent AJ from being able to pass here either. And the longer AJ takes to make the move, the more chances Parker's going to have to pass him instead. Mikey is out of ERS, low on fuel, but AJ also doesn't have any ERS to speak of. He's going to get the inside lane this time. Better hope he doesn't go wide again. No, there's collisions. Parker's just kind of not exactly spectating. He's there in it. And that's exactly what AJ didn't need, because now he's going to get overtaken by Parker. Oh! What the heck did I just see there? It was like lag or something. I think it was on the wrong onboard to see what happened there. But I mean, it works out great for AJ, because he's back up to 4th from that. Alright, we've reached 11 to go. When will we see a contest for the lead is the real question. Well, here's as good a chance of any for Lee Kelly, as I was just like zoning off there. No, they're not doing anything quite yet. And again, the case is, you know, the longer that Lee Kelly takes to get around the Liam Karag, it's giving Christian Pacheco more time to play the Predator role. Well, Lee Kelly had the ERS running for a moment. But still no attempt. I suppose in his head he's probably thinking to himself, if he passes him now, he's just gonna get overtaken with DRS later. So might as well just wait for the last minute and pass it when it matters. Another one. Preferably somebody up here does something soon, because there's not much else on the track happening, and we still got like 8 laps to go. That time Kelly took an attempt at it, but aggressive braking from Karag ahead kept the lead away. I mean, you wouldn't even try and pass here. So, he straight up turned the ERS off. Parker, I think, is starting to lose some pace if Andre Jamil is starting to catch him again with those incredibly old medium tires. Tim Wilson has retired. That would be another pit retirement, though, so doesn't change anything in the race itself. Not that I think there would even be a safety car at this point. It's very late in the race. I think I hadn't even made any mention of the fact that we have it on a 50%, on a 100% race because it's Bahrain short. Like, I just straight up never mentioned that. I just assumed, like, well, you can kind of look at the corner of the screen and notice that, so. And there it is. Down the front straightaway, Andre has overtaken Jonathan. Does Jonathan Parker have any response to that? Better do it now if he does, but the run that the McLaren driver just got out of that corner, I don't really think it's on the table. Christian just desperately clinging on to DRS range and not much else at this moment. So unless he's saving his car for the end of the race, I think it is just down to these lead two to settle the lead. And based on what I've seen the last two laps, I think Lee Kelly definitely has the faster car. Moved over like that, and I legitimately thought Parker was going to really try and start it from there. I was like, you're crazy. There's another lap like this, Kelly, and the option won't even be there. You won't have a choice. You'll have to try and go for it, or else Christian's gonna go for you. And you're not gonna like it when that happens, because Christian doesn't really hold back the same way. Christian wants the lead, and he wants it now. He's not gonna take it until the last second. Well, Parker has not lost sight of Jamil, but he's not had a chance to take the position away from him yet either. Now, finally, Lee Kelly has taken the lead away. And despite a little peek from the Rhino driver about trying to take that back, there's not much that can be done. Now this does actually play into Lee Kelly's favor too, is, well, if Christian were going really fast, he would have been close enough to start challenging for second against the Rhino driver, and would have made it easier for Lee Kelly to get away, but because Christian wasn't as close as I figured he'd be at this point in time, that isn't going to happen. And you're about to hit 2 laps to go, but considering the ERS number that these two drivers are sitting at, I would be very shocked to see anything happen for the lead, but I wouldn't be shocked to see second place change hands. Jonathan Parker is still looking for just about any move he can get on the McLaren, but he might also be looking to take that last second. That's based on the fact that he hasn't really used all of his ERS yet. I think if he had done so there, he could have been in passing distance, but he just sort of did not. At this point, AJ Knickel is only going to lose 1 place from his time penalties, as he is, he only has to be 9 seconds ahead of somebody, and he's almost 11 ahead of Connor Hannick, if I'm doing that math correctly. At least 10, which is, greater than 9, and I can definitely do that math on the fly. It is the final lap of the event, and we've got Parker finally going for the move on Andre at the last possible lap, or last time into T1. And oh yeah, that's right. The fuel light comes on when you have less than a lap. Duh, Riker. One last little, glimmer of intensity, but I don't know what that's going to amount to. Got a last second battle for... Okay. Last second battle for 4th. Lee Kelly is going to win the race. Christian Pacheco gets a podium from last on the grid. It's going to be a drag race for 4th. It's going to go just about to the McLaren driver by just 0.03. AJ will be demoted to 8th following those last minute time penalties. And Mikey survives for a point after getting Shoryukened a few laps ago. Alright, well, I was going to do it for this broadcast, if I'm awake for it. I missed the last Wednesday race, but I should be, should hopefully be awake to commentate the next one. I don't know what track it's at, but, well, we'll know when it happens. Until then, that is Riker Lomo for ARC signing off.